your right, speak to staff, or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
Good afternoon from Birmingham New Street. I'm travelling back home to London Euston with Avanti West Coast, but not in standard, but in first, calling at Birmingham International, Coventry, Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. This train has 9 carriages. Now there is a quiet coach over there, which is going to get packed as the journey progresses. This is coach B, the wheelchair space, where this is where
Sorry. Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston.
Excuse me, please.
Coventry, Milton Keynes Central.
This is where the peasants sit, by the way. Yeah, I'm actually seated towards the front of the train. No walkthroughs of the train. Okay, sorry. Never mind. Because I already did one back at London Euston, I don't need to do another one. This is where the peasants sit. I know, I'm in the wrong carriage. You see it here? Never mind. Um, 12 has the missing window. Excuse me, please. So I'd avoid 12 next time. Excuse me, please. Yeah, outside of the train is more quieter. That's standard premium. Same as the train I was on.
When we do run it, we run it well. Happy with it. AGT towards productivity to be called out the negative label, which is probably correct. We do need to see that 120. I think she's on track. Didn't really come across reflective on the slide. Yeah.
Shall I do that first or the drinks?
Grab your drinks, I'll sort the table.
Oh, right.
It's time to leave Birmingham New Street. Now let's find my seat. I'm in seat 29 for this 1 hour 25 minute ride back to London. Sorry, just looking for seat 29. So someone's only going to sit opposite me when they get on that Birmingham International. This is Birmingham New Street, served by the West Midlands Metro, Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, London North Western Railway, Transport for Wales and West Midlands Railway. Now it's definitely time to fulfil my glorious purpose on board this train. There is a Edinburgh-bound train.
Yeah, just start from there.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Birmingham International, Coventry, Milton Keynes Central.
I don't want a hot drink. It's a bit too warm. I wonder what cold drinks there'll be on offer. Maybe I should scan the QR code and find out for myself. Maybe there'll be a cold drinks trolley later on in the journey.
Very good afternoon to those passengers that just joined us here at Birmingham New Street into first class and standard premium. My name is Matt, I'm part of the onboard catering crew. I'd like to welcome you all on board. First class accommodation can be found in carriage J only today. Standard premium located in carriage H. For those of you holding first class tickets, kindly find yourselves in carriage J, where our at-seat complimentary service is now in progress. We're coming through with tea and coffee, and also our cold drinks cart containing a selection of soft and alcoholic beverages. We're coming through very shortly to take food orders for those passengers that have recently joined us. If you would like to see the menu, simply scan the QR code under your window, find the filling peckish section, and go to Pendolino menus. You will find today's menu under the rest of the day menu. Passengers travelling in carriage H in standard premium can purchase refreshments from our shop located in carriage C.
What drinks are there?
Are you looking at alcoholic or soft drinks?
On behalf of the onboard crew, we do wish you a very pleasant and relaxing journey to London Euston.
Some sparkling water, please.
Any ice?
Yes, please. What other drinks are there?
Pepsi Max, orange juice, apple juice, tonic water.
Adderley Park, West Midlands Railway only. So I'm just saying the names of the stations as we pass through them.
Okay. There we go. Anything else?
Tonic.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. Sorry for all
No,
Drinks. Any drinks for you? Yeah, I'll bring it down for you.
thank you. So you got the Seatfrog, yeah?
Yeah, it's just gonna take a while, I don't know.
No worries, I can see it's there, that's fine.
And
And that's your
rail
original one.
rail card.
Brilliant. Very nice and organised. Thank you very much, sir. Cheers, thank you.
I imagine the Seatfrog will take a while. Maybe I'll just refresh the app and
Thank you, that's great.
maybe try again after Birmingham International. Hello Stetchford, served by London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. Goodbye Stetchford. Maybe we'll see you in a future video. Lee Hall, West Midlands Railway and London North Western Railway. Just trying to do it in alphabetical order.
We're now approaching Birmingham International.
When leaving us here, make sure you have all your luggage and belongings with you. And please mind the step down to the platform.
It's okay.
Yeah?
Just good. Marston Green, London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway.
Oh, sorry, sir.
It's okay, I'm just stretching my legs as we approach Birmingham International. How about standard premium when the seats on the headrest say standard premium? From playing Train Simulator in the past, I know that doors will open on the left-hand side here at our next stop, Birmingham International. Birmingham International is served by Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, London North Western Railway, Transport for Wales and West Midlands Railway. Also forgot to mention that Birmingham New Street is also served by Chiltern Railways and West Midlands Railway from nearby Birmingham Moor Street. Hello, Birmingham International. (4:20 p.m. at here at Birmingham International, our next stop. It's not exactly 4:20 yet, maybe another 25 seconds. After Birmingham International, I'll have a seatmate. Coach H is standard premium. You can walk through the train if you want. Sorry. Sorry. Where are you sitting? Standard, premium or first?
First.
Good, because it's next carriage.
Sorry, in your way.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Coventry, Milton Keynes Central.
Excuse me, please. Coach B is at the very back.
Yeah, it's right.
You'd have to walk through the train.
Okay.
Excuse me, please.
I have to sit where I
Not as good as the LNER Intercity 225s that mostly operate between London, King's Cross and Leeds.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Coventry, Milton Keynes Central.
I'm supposed to have a seatmate, but
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
I think they must have missed the train. I imagine they must have landed into the UK from somewhere abroad. Birmingham International, you can also exit for the rail link to Birmingham Airport. Thankfully, no seatmate because I didn't want to end up filming them. That's if they don't like me filming. Hampton and Arden, London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. That's Tonic finished. Tonic was alright. This is the rest of the day menu, only available on this service. You have a grilled ham and cheese croquante, a vegetable noodle bowl, summer salad, or a charcuterie grazing plate. Fancy something sweet, chocolate treat or mini loaf of cake, or white chocolate and passion fruit tart. Berkswell, London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. Direct trains to Birmingham International for the airport from Birmingham New Street and Coventry. Is Avanti West Coast first class better than LNER first class? Is the big question. There is a London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from London Euston and or Northampton. Because all London North Western Railway services between London Euston and Birmingham New Street call at Northampton. I think this means that someone could have a Seatfrog upgrade. And I definitely did. Thankfully. Seatfrog upgrades are if you do not have a first class ticket. I mean, if you cannot afford the first class ticket itself. Like, I purchased tickets for Birmingham just a day or two before my 19th. Tile Hill, London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway.
Thank you very much. Would you like anything to eat at all?
What's that?
Anything to eat?
No, thanks.
No? Okay. Thank you. Can I get you anything else to eat at all?
The ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese toasty? Are you going all the way to Euston?
Yes, I got on at New Street.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that you must have walked through at Birmingham International.
I've walked through at every station.
Okay. Because whenever the train approaches the station, I just like to stretch my legs in the door area.
Yeah.
When the door closes, I just go back to my seat.
Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, so the toasty will take 20 minutes, okay?
I know, and it'll be done before Euston.
You sure?
20 minutes isn't too
We're
bad.
now approaching Coventry.
When leaving us here, make sure you have all your luggage and belongings with you, and please mind the step down to the platform.
That must have been Canley back there, served by London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. once again, after playing Train Simulator, I know that the doors at Coventry will open on the left as we approach platform 1 at Coventry. One day I'll go on the Voyager and Standard only between London Euston and Coventry to visit the infamous Binley Mega Chippy shop here in Coventry. Coventry is served by Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. That there is the line from Nuneaton, the line that runs between Nuneaton and Leamington Spa via Coventry. Doors opening on the left. Yes, I'll let you get off.
Thank you.
Platform 1 for the 1634 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. This train has 9 carriages. Please note that tickets marked London North Western Railway only are not valid on this train. Coventry. Coach H, Standard Premium, Coach J first. Coventry, once again, it's also served by Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. Coventry is also known for the infamous Binley Mega Chippy that went viral on TikTok earlier this year. Around my 19th birthday, it was viral.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Milton Keynes Central.
Now ready to leave Coventry, our next and penultimate stop is Milton Keynes Central.
Sorry, before I sing, clearly because could someone let me know what's on? Just in the context of
We're supposed to arrive into platform 1, which means doors will open on the left-hand side when you arrive into
Welcome
London
on
Euston.
board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Milton Keynes Central.
I think Coach K is closed off to only train crew members.
Good afternoon everyone. I'd just like to announce that the shop is open. This is situated in Coach C. This is towards the rear of the train in standard class. If you'd like to make your way down to the shop, I'll be happy to serve you. Unfortunately, it is cash only today due to defective equipment. I have no electric, so it is cash only in the shop. I do apologise for this, but it is cash only. Thank you.
Good thing I'm not in standard class today. Because I'd end up with a bunch of Karens saying, I only have a card, or something like that. Thankfully, in the first class lounge at Birmingham New Street, there is a great selection of drinks and only a few snacks available. Pepsi and kombucha are some of those drinks I have enjoyed before. Thankfully, they were offered in the lounge for free, but only for Avanti West Coast first class passengers. Not to those travelling with cross-country London North Western Railway, Transport for Wales or West Midlands Railway. There must have been the 1543 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Blackpool North. I think it should be Avanti West Coast, one train per hour, London Euston to Edinburgh and Blackpool North via Birmingham New Street. Station served London Euston, Watford Junction, Rugby, Coventry, Birmingham International, Birmingham New Street, Sandwell and Dudley, Wolverhampton, Crewe, Warrington Bank, Quay, Wigan, North Western and Preston, where the train divides or attaches. Portion 1 is for Lancaster, Oxenholme, northbound before 12 PM, southbound after 12 PM. Penrith, northbound after 12 PM, southbound before 12 PM. Carlisle, Lockerbie, Haymarket and Edinburgh. Most trains will call at Lockerbie hourly, but with 2-hour gaps between some services. The other half is going to be for Blackpool North only. Also trains to Edinburgh and Blackpool avoiding Birmingham. So passengers wouldn't have to change at Preston. Blackpool North at London Euston, Milton Keynes Central, Nuneaton, Preston, Kirkham and Wisham, Poulton Le Fylde and Blackpool North. Pepsi from the first class lounge at Birmingham New Street. I was about to hit the stop recording button, but thankfully I didn't. Would have ended in disaster if I did. Even if I didn't mean to. You also have your own reading light. Regardless of whether you travel in standard or first or standard premium. Avanti West Coast, London Euston to Edinburgh, avoiding Birmingham, calling at Warrington, Quay, Wigan, North Western, Preston, Lancaster, Oxenholme or Penrith, Carlisle, Haymarket and Edinburgh. Now passing through Rugby, served by Avanti West Coast and London North Western Railway. We're passing through platform 4. Also recalled from the past experience playing Train Simulator. Lots of amazing countryside. We'll soon be approaching a very long tunnel. It's supposed to be a minute max. See, what did I tell you? A minute max. I think that's for those who ordered it. I think that's for one of the passengers who ordered the afternoon tea. Sorry. We all are. Those who ordered the afternoon tea are the first ones to be served since leaving Coventry. You can manually switch this light on and off. Oh, there's a caravan park. There's the Pride train. I last saw it when it was leaving as the 1410 to leaving Birmingham New Street as the 1410 to London Euston.
So really, what I wanted to say is,
it must have started at Edinburgh. As those leaving at even number, those even number departures are from Blackpool North, odd number departures from Birmingham New Street from Edinburgh, even number departures from Birmingham New Street, London Euston from Blackpool North. Yay, we're tilting! It's 10 minutes past the hour. All trains call at... It's at 10 minutes past the hour departing Birmingham New Street. All of those trains call at Birmingham International, Coventry, Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. Even numbered departures such as the 1410 are from Edinburgh. While odd numbered departures such as the even numbered departures such as the 1610 are from Blackpool North. If even numbered departures such as the 1610 start at Blackpool North, that means that odd numbered departures such as the 1510 start at Edinburgh. That was the 1410 from Blackpool North to London, from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. Origin station, Blackpool North.
I've gone through a tunnel. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can only access the first class lounge at least an hour before your train leaves. we'll pass through is going to be after Milton Keynes. The Northampton loop rejoins the West Coast Main Line just north of Wolverhampton. Saw my original ticket back at Birmingham New Street. Sorry. No one was supposed to see that. We'll soon pass through Wolverhampton, which is served by London North Western Railway only. Wolverhampton, London North Western Railway only.
We're now approaching Milton Keynes Central.
When leaving us here, make sure you have all your luggage and belongings with you, and please mind the step down to the platform.
Time time to stretch my legs here at our penultimate stop, Milton Keynes Central. Wow, my potato phone percentage increased from 40% to 76% in just half an hour. Doors will open on the left-hand side at our penultimate stop, Milton Keynes Central. Forgot something. Milton Keynes Central is served by Avanti West Coast and London North Western Railway. That's a cool badge.
Oh, thank you very much.
Of the...
Which one?
The Pride train.
Petalino?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it. I saw it leaving Birmingham earlier today.
It is a great livery. It's a fantastic.
Same with 390-121.
Oh, is that the one that's all coloured we went on it?
390-121 was leaving as the 0820 to Manchester Piccadilly.
Yeah, this one does get about the network quite a lot.
Yeah, that's it is very pretty.
This is Milton Keynes Central, our penultimate stop. This train is for London Euston only.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston.
Train passing through platform 6. I imagine is the 16:30 to Glasgow Central, which is probably delayed. For an unknown reason. Yes.
It's very hot, so do be careful, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Ham and cheese toasty.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
It's actually very good. I'd say it's just as good, if not better, than LNER's first class. about that. That was earlier on at Milton Keynes. So sad to see those London North Western Railway 319s just sitting there collecting dust. Bletchley, London North Western Railway only. Hopefully Northern gets more Class 319s in the future, especially for services in West Yorkshire, Leeds to Doncaster and Ilkley and Bradford Forster Square and Skipton. Also Ilkley to Bradford Forster Square and Bradford Forster Square to Skipton.
Alright, good luck. Travelled on 10:59 from London Euston to Birmingham New Street, then I would have ended up with a ham and cheese toastie for breakfast. Breakfast and or lunch. Or brunch. With Avanti West Coast e-tickets, they only work 20 minutes prior to the departure time of your train. In order for me to stay on the platforms at Birmingham New Street, I bought tickets to Birmingham International, which were $3.65, including railcard discount. Leighton Buzzard, London North Western Railway only. I enjoy the tilting sensation on these trains. Same with the Voyagers. For non-tilting trains, the speed is limited to 110 miles per hour. On the fast lines.
London North Western Railway Class 319 en route from London Euston to Northampton. When arriving into London Euston, Cheddington, London North Western Railway only. When arriving into Euston, the platform of arrival isn't always announced. Doors open on the left if you arrive into platform 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15. But on the right hand side if you're arriving into platform 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 or 16. There's a thing called BR Times which allows you to see what platform your train is arriving into or departing from. It isn't always accurate as platform alterations could happen at any moment, especially at the last minute. Tring, London North Western Railway only. Train Berkhamsted, London North Western Railway only. Hemel Hempstead, London North Western Railway, and occasionally Southern. Apsley, London North Western Railway, and occasionally Southern. I don't have any rubbish, just a plate and a glass. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Kings Langley, once again London North Western Railway, and occasionally Southern.
Thank you. Yeah. Stations, first TfL services or local services, whether it's the metro, subway or commuter, such as Merseyrail, West Midlands Metro, Merseyrail, Liverpool, Metrolink, Manchester, Tyne and Wear Metro, Newcastle, Edinburgh Tram, Glasgow Subway. West Midlands Metro for Birmingham, Nottingham Trams for Nottingham, Sheffield Super Tram for Sheffield, Metrolink for Manchester, Merseyrail for Liverpool, Glasgow Subway for Glasgow, Edinburgh Trams for Edinburgh, and for London you have the London Underground lines, DLR, Elizabeth Line, London Overground and trams. And after those it will be the Thameslink and Great Northern should either both or one of the aforementioned train operators that serve the stations then. All train operating companies and saving open access train operating companies for last. Open access train operating companies are Lumo, Grand Central, Hull Trains and Lumo. Should any openly access operators serve any station that the train stops at, that the train I'm on stops at. We're about to pass through Watford Junction, served by London Overground, Avanti West Coast, London North Western Railway, Southern and Caledonian Sleeper. there is a London Overground service awaiting departure for Euston via Wilton Junction. You also have Watford High Street, served only by London Overground, which is far away from the West Coast Main Line. A Southern 377/2 calling, arriving into Watford Junction from Clapham Junction. If only it was the 377/7 subclass, that would be great. Or even a Gatwick Express Class 387. Those things have great legroom. 377/6 and 377/6 and 377/7 subclass units with Southern have great legroom, and they operate on certain metro services in and out of London Bridge and Victoria. At some point we must have passed through Watford High Street, served only by London Overground. Exact same seats from 377/6 and 377/7 subclass. Southern use is Thameslink, Great Northern, Gatwick Express, Heathrow Express, and GWR also use those seats on the Class 387s. On the Class 387, Bushy, London Overground, and London North Western Railway. Class 387 has the best legroom. There is it's the 1703 London North Western Railway service from London Euston to Tring. Class 387 operates with a Great Northern, GWR, Gatwick Express and Heathrow Express, as well as some C2C services. Southern also used those seats on the aforementioned 377/6 and 377/7 subclass units. Carpenter's Park, London Overground only. Heathrow Express one way is £25 or £16.50 with rail card discount. Business first is Hello London North Western Railway, 35264 and 35404. Goodbye London North Western Railway, see you at Euston. As I was saying, business first for Heathrow Express is Hatch End London Overground only. As I was saying, business first on the Heathrow Express is £32 one way, regardless of whether or not you use a rail card. So business first is definitely not worth it unless you want some privacy. Headstone Lane, London Overground only. Starting to get a bit bumpy as we pull into London Euston. As we get closer to London. Harrow and Wilston, Bakerloo Line, London Overground, London North Western Railway and Southern. Kenton, Bakerloo Line and London Overground, also served by the Metropolitan Line from Northwick Park. Also forgot to mention that London Euston itself is also served by the Circle, Hammersmith and City and Metropolitan lines from Euston Square. South Kenton, Bakerloo line and London Overground. North Wembley, Bakerloo line and London Overground. Wembley Central, Bakerloo line, London Overground, London North Western Railway and Southern. I believe London North Western Railway's London Euston to Tring services serve Wembley Central back there on Saturdays, while Southern serves Wembley Central only on Mondays to Saturdays, but not Sundays. We'll also pass through Stonebridge Park and Harlesden, both of which are served by the Bakerloo line and London Overground. We slow down as we close in on London Euston Station. Willesden Junction, Bakerloo line and London Overground. Hello London Overground, goodbye London Overground. There's the London Overground depot at Willesden Junction. It's not always London Overground trains that are vibing at Willesden Junction depot. London North Western Railway 319214. Thankfully the 319s are used on some peak hour services. Kensal Green, Bakerloo line and London Overground. The former will leave us at Queen's Park, while the latter will stay with us until Euston. Queen's Park, Bakerloo line and London Overground. The former is leaving us. The former is leaving us here. The latter is gonna stay with us. Gonna get ready. We're almost at Euston. Kilburn High Road, London Overground only. Just gonna pack up as we approach London.
We're now approaching London Euston, which is our final stop. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
When leaving us here, make sure you have all your luggage and belongings with you. And please mind the step down to the platform.
South Hampstead, London Overground, also served by the Jubilee line from Swiss Cottage.
exciting, holding multiple things at the same time. Yes.
Oh, you still think?
I'm just waiting until the doors open at Euston.
Okay.
Or can you get it? Yeah, someone's just getting my coat for me. Hello, London Overground. Thank you. I didn't need it because I thought it'd be freezing. My mum told me to bring it just in case. We just overtook the London Overground.
Yeah, for sure.
The doors will open on the left because we'll probably be arriving into platform 1. It's glad to be home after 8 hours. Compared to last week with Edinburgh, which was about 10 hours away from home. Last week's journey with Limo. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't end up with any of the refurbished units today. It could be because because Avanti are still in the process of refurbishing all 390s, both 9 carriage and 11 carriage units. I stand corrected, we are opening our doors on platform 1. We are arriving into platform 1 after all. Works delivery. Lots of indistinct announcements in the background. Overground service leaving for Watford Junction. London Euston. 1744 London Overground service to Watford Junction. Now saying goodbye. 1744 London Overground service to Watford Junction. Calling at South Hampstead, Kilburn High Road, Queen's Park, Kensal Green, Wilton Junction, Harlesden, Stonebridge Park, Wembley Central, North Wembley, South Kenton, Harrow and Wilston, Hedston Lane, Hatch End, Carpenter's Park, Bushy, Watford High Street and Watford Junction. Platform 9 for the 1744 London Overground service to Watford Junction. Voyager on platform 3, or yeah, it is platform 3. Yeah, goodbye to those comfy first class seats, even if they weren't on the refurbished units. This train that will leave platform 1 is going to be for no idea yet. It could be for Holyhead and or Wrexham General, but it's actually on platform 4, not platform 3, sorry. Time for me to make my own way home from here in Birmingham, London Euston. £17.49 London North Western Railway service to Northampton. Calling at Milton Keynes Central, Wolverhampton and Northampton. This train is formed of 8 coaches. Platform 11 for the 1749 London North Western Railway service to Northampton. Free station Wi-Fi. Hashtag free station Wi-Fi. Out here in the main concourse where we started. Sorry. London Overground services to Watford Junction run every 15 minutes from platform 9. Platform 5, 1743 to Glasgow Central via Birmingham New Street. Anyways, I think I'm going to end the video here. See you all next time. Friday, LNER to Leeds.